Good afternoon and welcome back to Being Crazy Custom Creations. I'm Miss Frances and we're on part 4, the last clock I need to make. Now, my plan is some wildflowers and some butterfly stickers. I have 400 mils mixed up, well, a little over 400 for the clock. I did get out some, and one just rolled underneath my table here, underneath my leveling board. I did get out some, because I want a little bit of sparkle. So I got out some Marabou rainbow alcohol ink. Because I want some sort of sparkle here. And I don't know, I may put some glitter in, but I don't know yet whether that's going to be the plan or not. Oh, this thing. There. That should probably... Yeah, that should do it. I mean, I don't want tons of sparkle. I just want some sparkle in there. Okay, let me get some to mix with here. Sorry, I thought I was all prepared here. I've already mixed it up, but I want to mix the Marabou in there. Plan was just to make some little wildflower groupings and then throw in some butterflies. Because she likes wildflowers, she likes butterflies. And my son ain't gonna care. Except for he'll have to be the one to hang it up. So, here we go. I got my numbers all laid out and ready to stick in there. I'm hoping I made up enough this time to fill it the way I need to fill it. So we're gonna see. And I know this was cold. It's really thick. I don't know that it's gonna take all of it, but it might. I just figure the more clear epoxy I put in, the less I'll have to put in the SRC when I cover the back. But I'm almost done with clocks, and I need to go back and make some more pendants and bracelets. And then I will be done. Then I'll just have to figure out what candles, what people are getting in their box that I have to send. And I want to try and get it sent off way before Christmas so I don't have to worry about it being there in time. And I think what they did last year is they didn't do their Christmas till after New Year's. So, I mean, they could be doing it that way again this year. I don't know. I haven't heard. I know they're bugging me to come out there. And I don't know that I just don't know. Alright. Let mean, for the most part, I got all of it out of there. I got some little dog hairs or something hanging off the side of my cup, and I'm trying not to knock them off into the piece there. Come on. That should be good. Actually, I think I set that over there, and I see some spots here. Well, let's just take that out and see if we can get it to spread where it should be. I didn't want it to go over. Alright, seems more down here than there is up there. Fudge. I work real hard at trying to get this table level. I really do. Alright, so I'm gonna make that one fine, but I am gonna stick a stick under here because I think that's a little too much at this end. Alright, let's get let me get you down where you can see, and I'm going to start sticking in. I'm sorry, I always put plastic there because I have a habit of getting my epoxy fingers all over my keyboard. Well, I have a silicone mat that covers the keyboard. It's the mouse pad that I end up getting my sticky fingers all over. Alright. Puts it in. I gotta get my tool here too. Get this in there right. Trying to see my line here, make sure I got it the right way. That one looks higher, but that's okay. They're about as close as they're gonna get, really. I mean, I tried to measure. I think my yardstick is bent, so it's kind of hard to measure with a bent yardstick. But I can find my plastic ruler that I use. So I was trying to these are going to float apart a little, and I'm okay with that as long as it's even. Okay. That one seems to, I'm thinking I need some more sticks here. I know I put a bunch of them up, but it's just looking like some of this is got a lot more at one end than it does the other. So I kind of I don't want it under there a bunch, but I kind of want it to tip some because I don't want to. Okay. look like you're sliding there. You do too. Okay. Let me get one whole side done, and then I'll work on the other side. Make sure I'm putting these in the right way. Come on, get over by the tent. Gotta stay together there. What are you doing? Try not to. See, I know it ain't right, 'cause all the rest of these down here covered. And this 11 and the 12's not covering. Yep. I'm thinking they need to move a little bit more, so there's some space between them. I'm just picky. Trying to get it perfect, and it's handmade and it's not going to be perfect, so I don't know why you're trying. But I'm trying. Really am. Trying to make it perfect. Perfect as I can possibly get it. I need to have a gap between there a little bit. Come on! Having a hard time picking it up. See, now I can tell that it's different, because I'll move that 9 back a little bit. It keeps wanting to float out there. Okay, there's my numbers. Now, I hate doing this with gloves on because it's a pain. Let me get my good tweezers here. I kind of want them to look like wildflowers. I have beautiful flowers that Miss Billy and Miss Cynthia sent me, but I can't seem to find the box that Miss Billy sent me. And they were kind of big flowers and very pretty flowers, just like the ones Miss Cynthia sent me, but I can't seem to find them. Alright, I got some roses. Oh, there's some wildflowers there. There's some more wildflowers. I'm thinking a couple of bunches of wildflowers. And then I'll stick some. And then I'm going to fill the rest, I think, with some butterflies. Because I got all kinds of butterflies. Alright. I think she will like wildflowers. I got to get a hold of them first, though. Dropped it the wrong way, doggone it. Gonna break the petals off on it. Do you want them to be submerged in the epoxy? Because I really don't want a bunch. I guess I could have dipped them first. I mean, I know Miss Billy dips hers first. I really don't have a lot of greenery here. Come on, flower. I'm not going to use my tweezers to push it down. I know they're going to float somewhat, but if I get them kind of covered in the epoxy, they might not float so bad. Okay, let's see, what else do we got? I need some greenery too. I like that one too. Let's do the darker though. See what you got as far as greenery here. Okay, well, I think y'all pretty much get the gist of it. So I think what I'm going to do is, because I don't want to make the video so outrageously long, I'm going to put some greenery, and when I get ready to start on the butterflies, then I will bring you back. So, we'll be back. Alright guys, this is what I came up with. Kind of looks like a hot mess at the moment. But, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I don't have the butterflies exactly where I want them. I'm afraid I'm going to have definitely some bubbles underneath the flowers, like the big ones. I think these are magnolia flowers here. And, you know, I didn't want to break them up. They were stuck together, and I didn't want to break them trying to get them, pushing them down in the resin, so I kind of just left them. So I'm sure there's going to be some bubbles under there. There'll probably be some bubbles under the other flowers too. But I can only do what I can do. And I like the way it looks like a bunch of wildflowers. So I'm thinking, and it's got some butterflies in it. I put them like around. This one's kind of shoved under. The rest of them are around. Got some dragonflies. We'll see what it looks like in the morning. Bye for now. Morning, everyone. It's time to put the back coat on this. I'm going to use SRC white. I have a feeling I'm going to have some issues when I demold it, because I have a feeling I'm going to have some air bubbles on the other side. But we'll see when the SRC sets up. So I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to pour it, and then we'll be back when it's ready to unmold. Alright, here comes the moment of truth. I'm a little scared, because I have a feeling I'm going to have to put a clear coat on the front of this one. I dipped as many of those flowers as I could dip. So we're going to see what happens. It's going to be a little bendy at first, I think. See how many bubbles I have. Yeah, I see some. Depends on how bad they are, whether I do anything about it. Wow, I don't see as many as I thought I would see. I see one right there. Two. I knew the big flowers were going to do it, but they were stuck together and I wanted to use them, and so I didn't shove them down as far as I should have, because I didn't want it to make more bubbles. I think he's cute though. Let me get the camera up so you can see. She likes wildflowers, she likes butterflies. So I think she will like this clock. I stuck some butterflies in there. I got plenty of wildflowers. I think she's going to like it. I really do. Alright, let me get my shout outs done. We'll get this video ended. I don't know what the next one's going to be, because I still got more Christmas stuff to make. So, Wanda's Blessed Creations, Stacy _ the Crafty Cat, Rezn Liz, India Brady Art, art by me, Andrew Walker, Billy Holman Creations, Cosmic Carols Creations, at Artsy Doodles 1, My Love of Crafts, Butch's Resin Creations, Dragons and Dresses Craftsorium, Created with Wingless Angels, TLC's Handmade Hayloft, Roseanne's Crafting Corner, Coral Marine Resin Art, Coral Marines, okay, Resin Art, Marvelous Artsy, Crafting with Carla, Cynthia's Crafts and More, and that Crafting with Carla spelled with a K, not a C. Cynthia's Crafts and More, Amy's Resin Corner, Sam I Am Resin Crafts, Kat Johnson, Mini Scenes GB, Easel Does It Studio, Martha's Craft Room, Ruby's Resin Studio, Custom Created Handmade Crafts, Mama's Madhouse Creations, Clear Creations, The Blue Elephant Gifts, Creepy Crafts, Gert Creates, Patricia's Crafting Corner, June's Sunshine Crafts, Reb Critter, Bright Star Creative, Artist Resin, The Resiner's Poorhouse, Lori, aka Midwest Meemaw, and Missouri Mama. And that is all I have for now. Thank you for joining me with all my journeys with the clocks. And something, the next one will be something totally different, I promise. Bye for now. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to show you what I just realized. And, you know, I was sitting here working on other projects, and I just happened to glance down at that last clock that I did and realized that the numbers were on it backwards. So, I have, now, the first clock is fine. The dragon clock, it's fine. The numbers are right where they're supposed to be. But, I guess I wasn't paying very good attention to the other three, and no one else caught it until I looked at them today, and I'm like, holy crap. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what I did to fix it, or what I'm going to do to fix it. It won't fix it perfectly, but it will fix it enough so that it'll be a usable clock. Okay. I knew I was not going to try and Dremel those out. I just wasn't. I almost started pouring them again, and I'm like, there's got to be a way I can fix it. There has to be a way that I can fix it. So, I have, it's down here on the floor. I have this alphabet mold with the numbers. Okay. Now, I did not, however, pour them as deep as they're supposed to be. And I did use UV resin. Glow in the dark, just like I originally did on the other ones. So now, I figured I might as well glue, even though the 12 and the 6 is in the right position. Now, that to you probably looks like it's the right position. But when it is laying on the floor and you're looking at it like this, it is not in the right position. So, I'm going to mix up some JB Weld, 2-part epoxy. I remade the numbers, and I'm going to carefully glue them on there to fix it. And then I will, after I get them all glued on, well, I'll glue the first 2 with you. Then after I get the rest glued on, I will come back on and show you what it looks like. Because this stuff, it cures pretty quickly, which means I'm going to have to work pretty quick with it so that I can get the numbers on without having to mix up more of it. So, I'm just going to pour some out on this little saucer here I got. I believe it says quick setting, so it takes a little less than 5 minutes to set. And it sets a lot quicker than this one was the one I had. I thought I cleaned that so that I would be able to get that off. It sets a little quicker than the E6000. So, yeah. Dang it, I did clean it, but it looks really nasty. I don't want that stuff in my epoxy. know why it looks like that, but maybe because I left it down here in the cold and I shouldn't have. Clean that off because I don't want it in my epoxy. Alright. That little piece there. I'm going to have to glue pretty quick, so I won't probably be talking too much, because I got to get these glued on quickly. Before I mix it, I kind of want to wipe them off, because I sanded the back of them and made the back of them rough, because I want them to adhere to the clock. So, and you know, these numbers are not, they're UV resin and they're glow in the dark, so they're not shiny. I will wipe them off a little bit, but they're not shiny. Okay, there's the 12. One's gonna go right between the two. Right between the 11. Hopefully, I mean, you know, it is what it is. There's not anything I can do about it. It's just get it glued down. The 2, I use green, which I didn't use green originally on the original. What is on that? I don't know. But it shouldn't be like that. But yeah, I didn't use 2 on the original. And I might end up putting them almost to the edge. I really don't want to. I kind of just want to cover both numbers up as best I can. Just trying to wipe that off because I did sand them. For the most part, they're going to cover most of the number. On some of them, it might not cover as well as it would on others, but that's, yeah, it is what it is. That's, you know, this is the only fix I could come up with, and I started to re-pour them all again, and I realized I really didn't have enough stuff to pour them all over again. So, I'm like, well, better come up with another solution here. So, this is my fix. It covers as much of the number as it's going to cover. I mean, there's nothing else I can do about it. I'm sure that they're going to see it through on some of them, and, you know, I'll just tell them. I screwed up. I put the numbers on wrong. Put the numbers on backwards. Okay. I'm just kind of laying these out so I can glue in a hurry. Some will cover just fine, some will not. So we're just gonna roll with it. I sent a message to Miss One and I said, what do I do? I screwed up, what do I do? Oops, I don't want hair in it. I'm just going to cover them as best I can. Get them as even as possible. And I tried to match the color of the other number with the color that I poured the new number. So I just thought, well, maybe it won't show up so badly that way. So we'll see. It might not. just gotta get them even here, because they're probably gonna have to be almost right at the edge, because they're okay. Yeah, like I said, there are some numbers I can't cover. I can't. Alright. I'm going to get you down. I'm still making numbers for the other clocks so I can fix them. And, yeah. Yeah. I really wasn't a happy camper earlier. I was so mad at myself I couldn't see straight. So, this is the only fix I could come up with. And I don't, you know, I spent so much time, and not to mention the epoxy that it costs to pour all these, that I don't want to. Okay. Let me get you down, because I'm going to be gluing pretty quickly here. I think I'll start down here at the bottom first. Because once you get this stuff mixed up, you pretty much got to go pretty quickly. It stinks, though. Thank God I got my air purifier on, because this stuff stinks. And I want to try and not get it all over the clock itself. So, I'll try and get it on there as best I can with this stick. I thought about a brush, but I think I already sacrificed my last cheap brush, so I don't have another one to sacrifice. When I was making notebooks, I think I sacrificed it to glue stuff on. I'm hoping this seems to have a little bit of a, I might have to reheat that, because it seems to have a little bit of a bubble down here at the bottom, and it shouldn't have. Yeah, I was, needless to say, I was not a happy camper today. And I was, you know, I was so ecstatic to finish that video and put it up and be done with the last clock, until I realized what I had done. Once I realized that, it's like, oh my God, Kay, you screwed that up big time. So, I'm going to try and repair it as best I can, and give me your honest opinion and let me know if it looks okay, because they're going to get them one way or the other. I mean, it doesn't matter whether the numbers look really bad, or I'm hoping they won't look really bad, but yeah. I might have to flatten that bottom of that clock out a little bit. I don't, around the edge there it seems to be curled, and I don't know why. Yeah, they're right on the edge, but they're just gonna have to be right on the edge if I have to cover it up. I have to cover it up. The 6 I'm not really too worried about, because it's the same color as the original 6 was that was on there. I tried to match whatever color the number was that was in the wrong spot, hoping that you wouldn't be able to see it as well. I don't know whether that's going to work or not, but that was my plan. So we'll see how that works once I get them all glued on there. And I'll just tack this onto my other video so you can see the clock before I realized I screwed up. And I did want to come back on and show you how I fixed it. Because, you know, maybe some new people and they may throw stuff out. They may not, you know, really know how to fix something. So I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to come back on and I'm going to show them how I fixed it. Not all the numbers will be, you're still going to be able to see some of them. There's nothing I can do about that. Like the 2's it's not going to cover all of that 10. But it'll cover maybe enough of it if I get it in the right position that it'll just look like you got something back behind it that glows. Hopefully. I mean, that's the hope anyway. That's what I'm hoping for. Just trying to get these glued on as quickly as I can. I'll tell them that I screwed up. I mean, I did. I did not, however, screw up my middle sons, and of course that's going to be the first thing I hear from them. Oh, well, you like him better. No, not really. I love all my kids the same. I don't know where I guess I wasn't really thinking about it. If I was thinking about it, then I would not have messed it up. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Oh, them dogs. I heard something, but I don't know. Sound like somebody moving their trash cans around outside. And it ain't trash day yet, so trash day will be a day late. Come on. You're going to end up having to mix up more, but 7 is just not, it's just not going to cover that 5 up. I mean, it's not. I can move it all the way edge, but it's still not going to cover it all the way. That's the way it is. He's just... He could be barking at cats outside fighting. Who knows what he's barking at. Door's locked, so I ain't worried about anybody getting in. Mix up some more, I think. Starting to get tacky. I think some will cover them enough that you won't notice the other number. I'm hoping anyway. That's my hope. Like I said, I'll tell them what I did. I mean, it's no big deal. They might have already, I mean, one of my daughter-in-laws watches my channel, so she may have already seen it. I would have thought that she would have told me the numbers were backwards. But she did not. and neither did any of my subscribers, and they didn't tell me either. So y'all must been just like me. You're sick of watching clocks, just as sick as I was of doing clocks, that you weren't paying close attention. I'm gonna have to mix up some more. I'm trying to get them even here. I'll move these to the end as much as I can because I had to move the others to the end. My two don't look like it's sticking down very good. Alright, I'm going to get some more of this mixed up so I can do the last of the numbers. I won't be able to pick it up for a while. I don't want to mix up a bunch because I don't have but those other little numbers left to glue. Yeah, I won't be able to lift it up, but you can at least see what I'm doing. Just call me Airhead, because I can't believe I did that. Cannot believe I did that. But I did. So. Man, this stuff stinks bad. And I got 3 other clocks to do, but I got to finish the numbers on them. I just had the numbers all done on this one, so I thought, well, you know, I need to get back on. I need to show them what I've done wrong and show them how I'm going to fix it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm showing you how I'm fixing it. I got a big old hair on my dang glove. I can see it. One of my hairs. Just does not want to stick very well. Come on, stay. Yeah, I started to load that video, the last video up, and then I realized that then I realized what I'd done wrong. So I'm like, no. Let me figure out how to fix it first. Then I'm gonna have to build that up some more, I think. Give me that hair. I don't want that hair stuck to the clock. Darn it. Get off my glove. Gotta hurry here before the stuff starts setting up. I don't know. I guess I had my I was getting tired of doing clocks too, I guess. I had my head together on the first one, on the dragon clock, and I sure didn't get it together on the other one. Yeah, I got that too. They're a little big, but they'll work. May not be good enough for my one daughter-in-law, because, you know, she's pretty picky. So, I don't know whether she may not even hang it up. So, I mean, I did do her 2 favorite things on it. Because my son he ain't gonna care. Just trying to make sure I got them as even as I can get them. Okay, let's get this done. I don't know why the bottom of that is kind of curved at the bottom. I don't know what I did to make it that way. Oh, yeah, I do kind of know. I had a stick under that end. That's probably what happened. I had a stick under that end. Sure did. Really was trying not to get glue all over the... I won't be able to clean it off till after it cures. I was trying not to get it all over the outside of the number. They don't shine anyway. They shined before because they were under the epoxy, but they're dull. And I could have put I still could put clear over them with clear UV resin, but at this point, I don't know whether I will or not. Come on, stay. Lay down. I sanded the back of them. Now, I would hold it up, but I don't want all the numbers falling off. That is my fix. And I know some of them not sticking quite down, and I may have to put a little more glue underneath them to get them to stay there. But let me see if I can zoom you in a little bit so you can see. There's my fix for the numbers being backwards. If you like, let me know. Drop me a comment. I guess you guys are just about as tired of clocks as I was. So, that's my fix. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.